My name is Carson. Welcome back to Thrifty Garage. In today's video, we're going to do an update on our shipping container shop. This is the shipping container shop we built about 2 years ago to use for the landscaping business. We built this as a quick expansion, kind of low-cost expansion. Cost on this was under $10,000. At the time, these shipping containers were fairly expensive. I think we paid close to $6,000 for these two 20-foot shipping containers. I think you could probably get them closer to $3,000 or $4,000 for the two 20-footers now, so quite a bit less money. I don't know what the awnings are going for right now, but I think that was close to the $2,500, $3,000 range for that awning and the back wall. So let's kind of take a look here at what we've got, talk about how we built this, and if we're still happy with it, or what we would change. So here on the base of this one, this elevated container, this is built up so the containers are level. These are concrete waste blocks, and these have worked excellent to make this area functional. You can see there's quite a bit of grade difference here. So those waste blocks really helped here. Also on this back wall, we have some pipe storage. This works great for drainage pipe and sprinkler pipe, and kind of keeps it out of the sunlight and keeps it organized, relatively organized, I should say. Things are kind of a mess right now, kind of coming off the season. We are kind of in fall cleanup mode. But you can see back here how tall those waste blocks are, and those are buried about another foot. So those are about 2.5 by 2.5 by 5 foot, I believe. Pretty heavy. Those things probably weigh about 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. It's about all our skid steer can lift. This back wall, let's kind of talk about the bad. This back wall we did have some issues with. It did tear in the wind, and I think part of that was our issue. We only tied this lower tie. There is another tie about halfway up that we never put a ratchet strap in there. So when the wind started blowing, we were relying solely on this rope to hold it all the way up and around. And that did tear off, and we did decide, because of how bad it was pulling on this, I did pull on some of these eyelets, kind of got pulled tight. So we decided, hey, let's take it down. It's not working. Obviously, it kind of came down in the mud. Poor timing. But we've got a solution for that inside we'll talk about in a minute. But here is the back wall. It is ugly right now. It should wash off in the rain. Here's a look at that back wall on the awning. Coming around the container, we have our topsoil pile, which is getting pretty depleted. This is our rock storage pile. This is for a rock retaining wall that we have extra product from. And then this container on the left is our long-term winter storage. We put all our ice melt in there, tires, those type of things that we don't get into very often. On the right is our more immediate landscape container. I guess we could show you that right now. Basically, any tools that don't fit in our garage lean-to come in here. We've got backflows from sprinkler winterizations. We've got straw, weed fabric, bags of concrete, our chainsaws and demo saws and those type of things. Kind of just a miscellaneous storage. We've got a tiller back there, a slit seater. But this just serves dry storage, and has helped open up our storage and still keep it dry and out of the elements, and also keep it very secure. Now on to the main portion of the video. We've got our Covermore awning over these containers. This is about a 20-foot gap in between these. And this Covermore awning's been great. It was pretty easy to set up. We had a couple guys a day or so set these containers in place, and then put this awning over top of it. Like I said, we did put up that back wall initially, and it did get tore down, or we took it down and kept it off for a season. And then long-term plans was to put in this pallet racking. So we have this pallet racking in the back. Just barely put this up. Just barely put all these attachments in here. So still kind of work in progress. What we ended up doing is we've got those same stone retaining wall blocks, those 14-inch limestone. Got those on the back wall to give us some elevation. So that back leg's sitting on there. We set some pavers on the front here. Those two on the left side are also sitting on pavers to get our right elevation. And then on the right side, it is on the concrete block, those big waste blocks on the back side, as well as another paver up front. We don't have any lag bolts down there currently. I don't plan on doing lag bolts. What I do plan on doing is up top here, welding on a piece of metal to the shipping container, and then having a piece to bolt right here to hold that together. These can sway a little bit side to side. There's not much give back at all, but side to side there is a little bit of motion, or can be, but these are very solid. These do have 3 locking rings in them, and we had to cut off some height on these actually to make them fit here. You can see that's how tall these were when we picked them up. I want to say these are 12 feet tall, and these shelves are 9 feet wide. So these 9-foot wide shelves fit perfectly in here. I think we picked up these pallet racking for about $350, and then we had to buy the wood inserts for the shelves, and that was another couple $100 for that. So for about $500, we've got some shelf back here. And what that does for the entire shop area here is that allowed me to put back up that back wall. And now as the wind blows towards us, it's going to hit that shelf and it's not going to get torn as easily. I do plan to put some more heavy duty ratchet straps on the back side to keep it from blowing the opposite direction. But I do believe that will significantly help with the wind blowing through here. This pallet racking system is going to be great. Keep all of our attachments out of the weather, keep all our hoses out of the sun, keep everything, paint looking good. And it is going to be a little bit more work to get in here and get onto these attachments. We will have to sometimes move out some of our pieces of equipment. If we need to get the skid on the soil preparator, the soil conditioner, we can, we're going to have to move these 2 to get over there. But this will keep all of our stuff kind of out of the sun. Ideally, I'd love to build a shop to put these in. It's just not in the cards right now. A shop for under $10,000 that got us immediate lockable dry storage, and pretty weather resistant storage in here. Keeps our machines mostly out of the sunlight and weather. This has been an absolute game changer for the business. Really has helped us out. So, if we were to build a building, it wouldn't be this small. If we were to build a building, it would probably be 30 by 40, 40 by 60, something like that. This is about 20 feet deep, and these containers aren't quite 10 feet wide, but let's just say they were 10, 20, 30, 40 feet wide. So this would be a 20 by 40 building, but this will function much better than if I had a 20 by 40 building, none of this stuff would fit in there. You can see how, this machine is hanging out. This wouldn't fit. It would be even more tight. So this gave us some flexibility we wouldn't otherwise have. So we were super happy with that. And we'll see how long this awning holds up, but this is the heavier duty PVC awning, and no signs of issues thus far. It does have some, either some mildew, I noticed, or it might just be some condensation and some dust gone on it. I will say, not to brag these up too much, just to be transparent, you do get some water in here. These little flaps, these shipping containers are sloped. They've got an arched roof, and so half the water goes one way and half the water goes the other. So the rain does come off here, and then once it hits here, a lot of that water does come back, and it will drip down along here. And some of that might be some mold and mildew, or it might just be kind of some condensation that sat there and just a dusty environment. Again, like I said, not trying to fake anyone out or make them believe that this is the equivalent of a shop. This is not completely weather tight. It's not, we've got holes and gaps along these sidewalls. Lets water in, wind in, all that. But this is, 80% of what a shop would be at a fraction of the cost. So, well, I think that's enough of me rambling. There's our shipping container shop. It's been a great addition to the business. Really happy with it. I would definitely do it again, especially for the cost. I think they're actually cheaper now. So if you're in the need of some quick, easy storage, check them out.